Tonight, a community is mourning the suicide of a 13-year-old who took his life at school.
7 Action News reporter Ronnie Dahl is live at the police department tonight.
Ronnie, what a tragedy this is. Do police have any answers tonight?
Well, sadly, police and family members.
My name is Julius Jackson, and I'm from Albany, Georgia. What led me up to depression when I was younger? Well, my mother, she was like going through bad depression, having bad anxiety and stuff like that, and you know, she had to go away and stay with my auntie till she get herself together. I ain't gonna go too in detail with it, you know, but you know, it was this guy from her best friend, his friend, you know, he was watching us, you know, and it was like, I'll say it was like 6 or 7 of us at the time, which my mother have 11 kids as of now. He was watching us. I would say his name, but then again, I'm not gonna say his name. But he know who he is. He know who he are. Okay, so it got to a point where you know, like when we kids and we go outside and we want to play. So as I try to go outside with my brothers and sisters, then he'll grab me back and pull me back in the room, and he'll molest me and stuff like that. So, you know, like it was like continuously happen every day, like for like a week straight. And you know, like, you know, I knew I was old enough to know that my mom was going through something, so I couldn't really too much, you know, put that on her, you know what I'm saying, like blame her for that, you know, because she was going through her little situation or whatever. But you know, it just, you know, at that time I needed my mom at that time to, you know, tell her, and I just finally told her like some years ago or whatever what happened to me or whatever. So fast forward, you know, like he just like was doing weird stuff to me, like that I normally didn't know. And then like, you know, I ain't mind like telling people my story, but you know, I told people my story only like a selective few people, you know, because I was uncomfortable, you know, telling people my story and stuff like that. But you know, but it's something I cope within over the years. I cope with that. You know, when I told the selective few that asked me, maybe, you know, that's the reason why you am the way you are, you know, gay or whatever. But I'm not that because the man molested me. I'm not gay because of that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Dating wise, well, basically within myself, you know, I was very unhappy with myself. You know, I finally just started getting confidence in myself, you know, like, okay, I ain't finna be down, you know, sad and stuff about no man, you know, don't want me and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just used to have depression about that. Also, that what used to make me depressed about myself, made me feel like don't nobody want me, I'm unattractive, you know, like that, stuff like that, you know.
That depression, when you say that nobody wants you, did it come from her bullying?
No, I was never bullied. I was slightly, you know, popular in school. You know, everybody liked me. I never got bullied because of my sexuality and stuff like that. But it was just like, you know, guys, they'll come off on me and then switch up. My biggest problem is I get more hurt over a switch up than anything. So cheating, you know, I probably can cope with that. I know it sounds crazy, but a switch up hurt me more than somebody cheat on me. I don't know why, but it's just like that. When somebody switch up on me, I get depressed real fast. But you know, somebody cheat on me, it's just like, you know, I can cope with it. But switching up on me is just like, I can't cope with it, and I'll be depressed for a long time. I want to lay there, eat, don't want to eat, barely sleep. Just, you know, own story. Over the years, well, as of now, I learned that I can cope with it. You know, I can cope with it. You know, it's more easier for me now than years ago. I'll say like 4 or 5 years ago. It's more easy now.
Lauren Williams, and I'm from Albany, Georgia. First of all, I was in an accident, and when I was 8, and I was in a coma also. So when I came out the coma, I was in a body cast, and I stayed in the hospital for like 4 months. It made me depressed. And when I did get out of the hospital, I was in a body cast for about 4 more months. I had a lot of migraines. I couldn't do what the other kids did. I couldn't play, go outside or none of that. I had to stay in the house, and it wasn't fun. So I was depressed about that. Well, it was a lot of stuff happening in my life with me and my kids. My daughter, she got molested when she was 9, and I'm just not finding out about it like 2 years ago. So it's like me and my kids, we went through a lot, and we still going through a lot. That's depression to me too. That's make me depressed. And found out that my daughter was being molested, and I couldn't do nothing about it. I wasn't there to help her. I still be depressed about that to this day. It affected me bad, but because I feel like I failed her as a mother, because I was supposed to protect her, and I feel like I didn't protect her. Yes, and I knew. If I knew about it, well, it was like I'm walking around every day and it's right up under my nose. So, and knowing that, it made me feel real bad, knowing that my daughter needed me and I wasn't even there. And it's also made me it used to make me not even want to be here no more, because I'm like, while I'm here, I couldn't even protect my daughter, my baby girl. And it's also made me depressed too, because, I needed somebody. My mama passed, and I needed somebody. I ain't had nobody. But when I went to my family, I heard they talked about it and saying that my daughter was lying. And they was on his side. They don't even know him, really. But I just heard about, that's what I heard. And that hurt me, and it made me more depressed. More depressed, that knowing that we ain't got nobody but us and not my family. We were supposed to have each other, but that's how I feel. Yeah, made me feel sad. Well, I do a lot of praying. That helps a lot. I don't take no medication. Well, I wanted to be somewhere. I want to be not where I'm at now. I thought I'd be somewhere, owning my own home. That failed. So I feel like I failed my kids again in that. There's a lot of stuff I feel like I failed my kids in. And by failing them, I feel like I failed myself. So that made me depressed, every day. And also every day when I look at my daughter, I, smile and play, but I had suicide thoughts like every day. And knowing that this man would be out soon, also. And they didn't give him the time that he's supposed to be got. So.
Is Eric Ingram, and I'm from Albany, Georgia. First of all, I at a young age, I always was depressed. Like growing up, it was just a lot that went on through my life. When I was younger, I had to grow up without my father because when I was 4, my dad was murdered. And I grew up not knowing him like that. Like I knew of him, but I didn't really know him. But I was like back and forth. Me, my mama, my sister, my brother, we was back and forth from like a home. Then we'll go back to our grandmama's house. Then we'll leave from there and get another home. Then we'll go back to our grandmama's house. Like we were never like in one place. But some like when like the month after like my dad passed, we were staying in our own home, and my mom would let my cousin watch us. Like we would be there with my cousin. She would let me, my brother, and my sister, we'll go down to his mom's house, like, cause she stayed right down the street. It's tough. And I would go. We would be in the living room, and he would like call me, just me, out of all my sister, my brother, just me, in the room. And it was like that day, it was him and his friend from school, and they proceeded to molest me, and that right there, like it made me like close up, like not talk to nobody. I wasn't like as social as most kids were, and I really didn't tell my mama until I turned 18 what happened to me. But growing up, it was so hard. Like it was so hard growing up, and like as a child that was like continuously molested and not having his father in his life, and I had to hear from other people, look at me sideways, and that really like made my life like turn upside down. So that's basically what happened to me. Someone that made was a step to my depression was like multiple people. It wasn't just one person. It was a lot of people. And again, I was like, even though I just told y'all that I was molested by one of my other cousins, I was molested by another cousin as well. And that right there just, it hurt me. And when I used to do stuff, that my mom didn't like, she would say stuff to me just to hurt my feelings, but she didn't know what happened to me when I was younger. She growing up, and the kids at school would bully me, call me names, call me gay, fat, ugly, try to fight me because I was walking the way I walk. When I walk in the barbershop people, they'll look at me sideways because of how I approach, them. and it felt like I was alone. Like people only wanted me in their life just to use me. People only wanted me in their life just to use me as a leverage for them. And when they get up where they want to be, then they leave me. But I mean, that's basically what I went through as people, like you say, people that led me to depression. I learned to not worry about what people say. I learned to love myself, even though other people might not. I learned to not listen to what someone think of me, and try to, cope with, my depression in ways instead of like having it crash on me at once. Because if I had it crash on me at once, I would not be here. I would not be here at all. When I was 5, I had just turned 5. My mom had bought one of those VHS tapes with a Tyler Perry play on it. And that day, I was already going through a lot, knowing that I couldn't tell my mama what happened to me. When she brought me that tape, like when I looked at it, like everything that I was thinking about just went down the drain, and I was so into what was going on the play. And ever since then, I just started, every time I go through depression, I turn on the Tyler Perry play, and that'll help me through everything I'm going through. So that's basically what happened to me. I cope with depression every day. it ain't a day like it try to ease up on me. It ain't a day it try to ease up on me, but I just take that the day, like day by day. I take it day by day, and I try to work through it. Because I know other people, they'll look at me a different way and say, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong with him. He alright. He just going through something right now. He'll be alright." But they never know what's going on with me deep down inside. They never know what I'm going through. I done been through so much as a child, a teenager. I went through so much. But people don't know what you go through. They love to talk about you and say stuff about you, but they don't know what you're going through as a person. They don't never know what you're going through until they be in your shoes. I mean, I try, but when I call people like my friends and stuff, I only have one friend that will always call and talk to before I met my other friends. Like, she will always talk to me. We'll be talking on the phone all night long. That's what I realized. We'll talk on the phone all night, but she will always be there. But other people that I call my friend, and they weren't really my friend. They'll just be there just to use me for entertainment in their life until they get what they want to go get, and then they leave. But I always, like, when I'm at home alone, I feel like I'm alone. Like, I be want people to talk to me. And like, if I don't talk to nobody, then I ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna block a lot of people out of my life. And people be like, why you don't call? Why you don't do this? I don't know. I really don't know. I would say keep pushing, because Ain't nobody gonna love you how you love yourself. People gonna talk about you till the day you die. And just don't worry about what people say, because they could be a leverage to your depression. They could be a portal to a dark place that you go to. But you got to be the person to be like, okay, I want to get out of this today. I don't want to go in this same cycle no more. I don't want to be like this. People hurt you. You got to look for, I'm going to tell you, because I tell everybody this. Look for the roots in your life. Stop looking for trees and branches. Because on trees and branches and leaves, you're going to end up falling off and leave you high and dry. Look for you a root in your life. When you find the roots in your life, then you know that you can grow. They give you nutrition. They give you everything you need in your life. Growth, life, prosperity, stuff like that. You know what you could do in your life, and you know how to do it. All you gotta do is get up and do it. Leap. Stop. Stand around, listen to other people. What other people say, oh, you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to do this. You need to do it like this. Now do it your way. You got this.
Did I flip a coin and lose it all? Searching for answers, I got lost. Life is a complicated maze. You would think I've lost my faith. After all,
united permanently.
I have trusted Florida foster care people to care for my baby.
it won't be, no, it won't be like this always. It won't be like this always. There'll be
No matter what we go through, I'm still gonna be here for you.
no matter what it looks like this always. Keep on, there'll be better days. Keep on praying. If I just hold on, it won't be. It's gonna get better. Like better days, there'll be better days. Gonna be a better day. I can see the future. It looks better, so much better.
No, I was never bullied. I was slightly, popular in school. Everybody liked me. I never got bullied because of my sexuality and stuff like that. But it was just like, I gotta be happy with myself instead of, people saying, oh, you fat this, oh, you ugly this, you this, and you that, this, and, just stuff like that. Back then, that stuff used to wear, maybe the priest. My auntie always told me, walk by faith and not by sight now. Ooh, sorry. Walk by faith and not by sight now. I'm telling you now. When she told me that when I started believing in. Cause, baby, before I heard that word, I was amazed. Like, depression took over me. Like, I swear to God, I wrote every day. Like, it got to a point where I'm at work, and only thing I'm thinking about is I gotta get out of this job so I can go ride past this person's house. I gotta go see what the person doing. I gotta go ride to clear my mind. Like, I be up here and working and stuff, and I don't want to work because I'm depressed. I don't want to be around nobody because I'm depressed. I don't want to talk to my sister them. I don't want to do, none of that. I don't want to be interacted with nobody because I'm depressed.
Okay, please state your first and last name and where you're from.
Lauren Williams, Albany, Georgia.
I thank God that I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, too high. You know what I'm saying? Which like when I found out I had diabetes or whatever, it just, it was a little touching to me because, but I blame my mama. You know what I'm saying? I blame my mama Because she the one keep fisting out these big meals. You know, people done passed away from diabetes, and you know that kind of scared me. You know what I'm saying? But you know.
Okay, can you please state your first and last name and where you from?
Left me for somebody else again, but you came back in my life for what? To play these same games, do the same thing over and over. I really thought the person was changing, because I'm looking like, oh, okay, I'm thinking like, okay, because back then he wanted to hide me, and I'm looking like, I'm not gonna keep being hidden because how you is, you undercover. I'm not gonna be hid for nobody. I'm not a roach. I ain't gonna be coming out no nighttime. No ma'am. Cause you cut light on, a roach gonna come out. I mean, a roach gonna run.